Welcome to Sofa Sanctuary with Drea. So, get cozy, grab a drink, fold some laundry, color, stare at the ceiling, whatever it is you do. So, shortly after posting my first video, my HVAC system decided that it no longer wanted to participate in society. And if there's one thing you should know about me, it's that I do not handle being hot well at all. I can survive a lot of things. I can handle heartbreak, I can handle therapy, I can handle custody court, but being hot, absolutely not. And my poodle Rambo feels exactly the same way. You'll hear about him a lot because he's basically my tiny fluffy roommate and emotional support supervisor. So my apartment is getting warmer by the minute. My mom just happens to be here visiting BT Dub. I'm getting progressively more dramatic, and I'm honestly about 3 degrees away from a full nervous breakdown. Then, because life has a sense of humor, it happened to be National Burger Day. My mom wanted to go out and get burgers, and normally that sounds fine, but I was in one of those moods where I was so uncomfortable that I couldn't even imagine sitting in a restaurant. And then there was Rambo. I felt terrible leaving him in the apartment. So instead, we got our burgers to go and brought them back here, which honestly felt a lot more my speed anyway. So there we were, sitting in my apartment, eating burgers, sweating. I'm trying to not have a complete emotional collapse over an air conditioner. And the funny thing is, when you're already overwhelmed, it's never really about the AC. The AC is just the final straw. It's the thing that shows up after you've already been carrying a lot. So, my mom and I spent the entire night trying to survive with Bach fans in Texas, just Bach fans, in an apartment that felt like it was slowly churning into the inside of a toaster oven. Rambo was laying around looking betrayed. My mom was trying to stay positive, and I was reaching a level of discomfort that can only be described as spiritually offensive. Needless to say, we survived an entire Texas summer night with no AC, box fans working overtime, my poodle looking personally offended, and me losing my grip on reality. Now, my mom is almost 70 years old, and I started feeling really guilty. I kept thinking, like, she shouldn't have to sit here in this heat. She ended up going back home because I just couldn't stand the thought of her being uncomfortable too. By about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I was one inconvenience away from becoming a completely different person. The maintenance guy finally showed up and told us the HVAC unit needed a part ordered. So he brought in one of those little, like, portable air conditioning units to get us through until the unit can uh, repair can be made. Then what like should have been a quick maintenance visit turned into one of those random conversations about life. Like, one minute you're sweating to death in your apartment, wondering if you'll ever feel comfortable again. The next minute you're sitting there having one of the most interesting conversations you've had all week with someone who came to fix your AC. Meanwhile, my best friend is on the phone listening to this entire thing like she's attending a live podcast she never even asked for. Life is weird like that. And sometimes the best conversations happen when your plans completely fall apart. I remember thinking how strange it is that sometimes the people you least expect end up having the conversations you needed that day. And not because they solve anything, but because they remind you that human beings are interesting. I love hearing people's stories. Everybody's carrying something. Everybody has a history. Everybody has lessons they learned the hard way. And sometimes all it takes is your AC breaking for a completely random conversation to remind you of that. Thankfully, the AC situation is under control for now. Rambo has forgiven everyone involved, and I am no longer one inconvenience away from becoming a documentary.